This discussion will cover faith and reason, finding a common ground in understanding the universe. Why talk about faith and reason? Big History explores the origins and evolution of the universe. Mostly, it is based on science. Faith and reason are often viewed as two opposing forces, which means that they contradict each other and then they cannot be integrated in the context of big history. However, this lesson explores the potential harmony, especially through John Hott's framework on faith and science. Science and religion as ways of knowing means that first, science is based on observation, data from instruments, also from controlled experiments and physical evidence like fossils. On the other hand, religion is concerned with meaning, purpose, immortality, and transcendence based on the scriptures provided. Big history mostly uses scientific lenses, but the question is, can faith find a place in big history? Big history is structured into several thresholds, from the moment of the Big Bang, from the formation of the stars, origin of life, the development of human consciousness, even up to the modern period. However, studying big history may pose some risk in reducing meaning to mere materialism, which means that what is real, what is true, is based on something physical. However, considering the perspective of big history, it needs a broader horizon that includes our view on faith. John Hott has three views on the universe. First is what we call archaeonomy, wherein physical causation is primary and there's no room for creating meaning. So everything that is real is only based on physical matter. On the other hand, analogy is purely based on symbolic meanings, myths, legends. Basically, it's literary base, which devalues the value of science. We all know that science is also real. However, we cannot negate the fact that there are symbolic meanings on the different origin stories that we know. The third view of John Hott is anticipation, which means that the universe is still unfolding, which means that there are still some things that will be discovered about the universe. Considering our existence for the past 13.8 billion years of the existence of the universe, humankind had only existed for about 300,000 years. Recorded history had only been existing for about 5,000 years. So, if we will compare that 13.8 billion years of history to a year which is composed of 365 days, recorded history had only been existing for about 1 or 2 seconds of that entire history of the universe. So it would be arrogant for us to say that we know everything about the universe, since we are only existing as a species for only a fraction of a second. If we will look into the calendar of big history, or of the existence of the universe rather, the universe still unfolding, which means that its meaning has not been fully revealed. That is why we have to wait, we have to be open for the things to come, because the universe is still in the process of becoming. Faith as disciplined waiting means that it is open to emergent meanings. It honors both science and the spiritual mystery. Now, this kind of attitude, waiting attitude, is balanced because it has respect on both science and religion. This attitude avoids scientism and fundamentalism, which means that when we talk about scientism, what is told to be true is just based on science. So it gives so much supremacy to science, wherein other perspectives are negated. On the other hand, when we talk about fundamentalism, it means that what is being told by the scriptures, what's being told by religion, cannot be questioned. However, we all know that these two extreme positions cannot hold water, which means that both have their own limitations. So, therefore, in the study of big history, we have to be open and we have to promote a dialogue between faith and reason, between science and religion, to give us a deeper understanding of the universe. It is true that the universe includes atoms and galaxies. However, love, suffering, and hope are also real, which cannot be explained by science. Love, suffering, and hope are also experiences that we cannot deny. These are experiences that are real and experiential. So, therefore, we should take into consideration that faith and reason should harmonize each other in order for us to give us a more comprehensive and deeper understanding of truth, of reality, and of the universe. So faith without reason is blind. So both science and faith should go together, should be harmonized. Now, you may want to look into these questions for you to reflect on. So, what are some examples in big history where faith and science might seem to conflict? How does hot anticipatory view help reconcile these tensions? Do you think waiting for meaning to emerge is a satisfying response to the mysteries of the universe? Why or why not? Yes, it is true that science gives us a knowledge of how the universe works. However, there are also some mysteries about the universe that science itself cannot understand, wherein faith will come in. Questions like, Why do we exist? Are there any other living creatures like humans which exist in the universe? So maybe we may want to ponder on these questions as we reflect on big history. Okay, thank you for listening. So I hope you learned something from this discussion.